Hello, hope you find yourself well in the Lord. I want to share about someone who posted a comment in one of my videos. She mentioned the book of First Kings chapter 13, where I went to go read it. First Kings chapter 13. And it's about a younger prophet who God sent to rebuke a church, to rebuke a king about the things that they were doing of idolatry. And God had given the younger prophet specific instructions. Those instructions was for him not to stay there more than he should, to not eat with those people, do not drink, do not hang out with them. So he didn't. The king, who the young prophet went and told him, what God said, that he was going to destroy everyone there. He wanted to kill him. He reached out his arm to try to pull him to kill him. But God caused for that king's hand and his arm to twist, to deform at that very moment, because he tried to kill the prophet of God. But God did not allow it. So that king right away repented, and the young prophet prayed for God to heal him. So he did. God had grace upon that king, and he healed his hand, his arm, and he tried to become friends with the prophet, but he said, no, I can't stay here, I can't stay with you. So he starts walking home, and some of the men that were there that witnessed that went and told their father, who was a prophet, but he was an older prophet, he was an older man. They told the father, what had happened. So the older prophet went to go look for the younger one. And he said, hey, I'm a prophet, you just like you. Why don't you come to my house? The angel of the Lord told me to tell you to come, to invite you over to my house, stay with us. And in the Bible literally says that older prophet was lying to the younger prophet. God did not tell him that. He just said that. But the younger prophet believed it and fell into that trap, and he went to the house of the older prophet. Now, I did my research. I said, was this older prophet even a prophet of God? He was. But it's not too clear as to why he lied. It could have been a lot of reasons. But he lied to the younger one. The young one fell into the trap, stayed there, and then God came to him and said, to him and to the older one, and said, you know, no, God came to the young one and told him, you disobeyed me. I gave you instructions. I told you not to stay there, and you stayed. And so the younger prophet, he started going back home. And back in those days, it's not like the roads we have today, right? And a lion appeared to him, and the lion killed him. He didn't eat his body. He bit him, and he killed him. The prophet of God, the younger one, he got killed because of his disobedience. God gave him specific instructions. He passed the first test, which was where the king was inviting him to come to his house after he tried to kill him. He said, no, I can't. But then he failed the second test, which cost him his life. Cost him his life. He got killed by a lion. And the older prophet, he was so remorseful. He felt so bad that he told his children, he goes, when I die, bury me with the young prophet. Now, two things about this story. One, God gave the younger prophet specific instruction, which he was following them, but he fell into a deception. He fell into a lie. Number two, goes back to that message that I gave a couple of days ago about people giving you prophecy and it's not from God. And this is something that's been happening for years. This is nothing new, nothing new under the sun. Okay, so If anyone gives you prophecy and they tell you, oh, God told me, even if it's your pastor, even if it's somebody who's teaching you and guiding you, if you sense that that the prophecy that was given to you is not of God, do not come into agreement, and you need to go in your time alone and talk to God and ask him if it is or not. Because if you come to agreement with the prophecy that was not of God, it's going to cost you. And it can cost your life, believe it or not. God can allow those things to happen. So it's very important to be obedient when God gives you instructions. If he tells you, do not sit at that table at church with those people, and somebody from over there is calling you like, hey, come sit with us, do not go sit over there. Just be like, oh, I'm already over here. Oh, I'll go in a little bit. But don't go. So be very careful. Even simple, small instructions like that, we need to obey. And anyone who is called to be a prophet, if you are a prophet, you should know that God is going to judge us more strictly on the day of judgment because of the calling that we have on our lives as a prophet. If you are a prophet, you should know that you will be judged by God more strictly than others, because your assignment as a prophet, it's not a whatever assignment. God does not take that lightly. Being a prophet is going to cost you. It's going to cost your life in so many ways. You're going to have to get rid of people. You're going to have to move. You're going to have to travel. There's going to be so much. If you are a prophet, your life should be different. And if it's not, then you are running away from your calling. And that was for someone. But anyways, so if you are a prophet, you know you are called to be a prophet. Know that it's going to cost you. But that is the calling that God has given you. Not everyone's called to be a prophet, although some people appoint themselves to be one. Those are the false prophets. They put themselves in position, or people put them in position when they were not called to be that position, that prophet. So you know you're a prophet, or you are called to be a prophet, and you're not working in the gifts and the talents and the calling that God has given you, you need to. You're running away from it like Jonah, and you shouldn't. You need to stop running. That was for someone, maybe for a few people. But yeah, so if you're a prophet, God is going to judge you more strictly, because prophets are the mouthpiece of God, meaning God is using you. God chose you to speak through you to give a prophecy to someone or people, places, situations, whether it's good or not, whether it's good prophecy or bad prophecy. You need to trust God and let him use you. You have that calling. You need to stop running, say yes, I agree with God, and let him use you. So that was 1 Kings chapter 13. I encourage you to read it and be obedient. Be obedient, be obedient, because if not, it's going to cost you, it's going to delay you, it's going to hurt you, it's going to hurt other people's. And it's going to hurt the future generation that's attached to your life. God bless, take care, and Jesus Christ is King.